Hello and welcome back to Seconds Out. My name is Eamon Khan here with heavyweight Nick Webb, who's back in the ring pretty soon. Nick, just looked in your box record, didn't realise this was happening. When did this get announced?
What's that? Sorry, no, I think I'm still waiting for my license to be sorted, so I don't think that's going to go ahead now. But as soon as something will be as soon as possible. So everything's on the move now. Finally back.
Finally back indeed. So, okay, so this show isn't happening next weekend, but you're looking to get back in the ring as soon as possible.
That's right, yeah. That's right. As soon as I sort my license out, I'll be back as soon as possible.
Do you reckon you'll be back out before the end of the year?
Yeah, definitely.
You've been doing the training. I've seen you been doing the training, putting the hard yards in. Was it ever a thought maybe to not return to the ring? What was your thought process about returning to the ring?
No, I was always coming back. I just wanted to put myself in a position where, if things didn't go to plan, and I always got something to fall back on. So I didn't want to be in a place where I'm like, what now? So yeah, so I wanted to get myself sorted, and now I'm sorted. I'm ready to make that return.
You enjoyed that time away?
Yeah, it's good. It's interesting. I got myself qualified as a mental health coach and things like that. So yeah, it's been good. I've been helping kids, troubled kids, and sort of trying to turn their lives around, things like that. So yeah, it's been good. But I've missed boxing. I've always kept training, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to come back now.
We spoke about the mental health stuff that you've been doing and working with children and the youth. We'll stick to the boxing for the moment. What particularly have you missed about boxing?
It's a funny one. I guess I miss being involved. I miss being, training hard, feeling fit. I miss getting in the ring and doing the business and, making my friends, my family, my missus, everyone proud,
You've obviously had offers come your way and you've turned them down for whatever reason. But what level do you feel you want to return at, Nick?
Yeah, I would like to return at as I would like to a few warm-up fights. Don't want to jump straight in the deep end. I recently read George Foreman's book and on his comeback, and it's quite interesting. His big thing was to say that people that have lost have tried to sort of come back where they left off, and it didn't end well for them. So he wanted to come back, get warm ups, get ready, and then get back to the level he was again. So that's where I'm sort of thinking that's what I want to do.
Do you want more control of how your career goes now when you step back through the ropes?
Yeah, I think now I've got the experience. I know what I'm looking at. I know where I should go and what I should do and what I'm capable of. So I think being experienced as I am now, I know what to do and what not to do.
Nick, I want to get your thoughts on some of the heavyweight scene. First of all, someone who's kind of had that a time away and then returned, that being Dave Allen up against Fraser Clark.
Yeah.
They're taking on each other tomorrow. What do you think of that fight?
I think it's an interesting fight. You don't know what Dave Allen's going to return at. He says he's been training. He says he's, got his head screwed on. So it could be a different kind of Dave Allen. You never know. But as well, Fraser Clark, you know what Fraser Clark brings. He's professionalism. He's got powerful shots and he's great boxing ability. So it's going to be a good fight. I wouldn't like to call it. I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I think it could go either way.
A rematch you're looking for with Dave?
You know that. I'd love to have a rematch one day. So get myself back and, see how he goes on. And, yeah, I would love that rematch.
In the main event, the Brian Boywell, that being Chris Eubank Jr. Can he do anything to overturn the first result against Liam Smith?
I think he can, I think this time he's took it a lot more serious than he did before. So I think he's had his head screwed on, and he's been training out in America. He's been taking everything more professional, and he's not leaving any stone unturned. So I think he'd do well. Yeah, I think he could overturn it. I believe he could do it.
How does he do it?
I think he's not going to steam in. I think he's going to take his time. I think it's going to be on points. That's what I think.
Do you feel that the move to leave Roy Jones Jr. and bring in Brian Bomac McIntyre, the Terence Crawford coach, into his camp, bringing this more of a team, which is being said is the right move for Chris?
I think any move that makes you happy as a fighter is the best move, because a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Mm-hmm. Get your thoughts on last weekend over in Wrocław, Poland. A lot of debate rumbling on. I wonder if you saw the fight as to whether the shot was low or not low in Usyk versus Dubois.
Yeah,
what did you see?
I watched it. I think it was on the borderline. It could have gone either way. Some refs would have let it. Some refs would have said no. So I'm in the middle too. I think Dubois did very well. I think he probably, he shocked a lot of people on how well he actually did. And I think, I think fair play to him. He's a young man and he's still got a lot more to give.
Do you think Dubois can win the world title in the future?
Why not? Why couldn't he? He's got the tools.
Did what you saw in Poland in Usyk Dubois do anything to change your mind on who you'd pick in a fight between Usyk and Fury?
Nah, I always back Fury, so I'm still Fury, definitely.
Do you sit confident right now that we will get the fight between the two this year or next year? A lot of stuff going on, boxing politics.
Yeah, I don't know, I really don't know. I wouldn't know where to put it. Fury is a man that can make a decision on a split decision, or he could say, no, I'm not interested. So I think it would be interesting. And what sort of fight we would all want to see. We'd all want to see him, Joshua, as well. So either way, it's up to him, innit? He's the man holding all the cards, I think.
Nick, you ever sparred Tyson?
No, I've never sparred Tyson, but something I would like to do, definitely, just to get the experience.
How come your paths have never crossed? Was it ever been close?
You know what? We've never really crossed paths, but we have he knows some of my family and things like that. So I've talked to him before. We've had a good chat, and he's congratulated me a few times. But yeah, we've never really crossed paths in sort of sparring wise, but hopefully for the future, something that we could do.
At the top of the tree as well, Anthony Joshua took on not Dylan White but Robert Helenius. What did you make of Anthony Joshua's performance against Robert?
I think he just got in and he's done what he had to do. End of the day, he got a spectacular knockout at the end. You can't fault him for that, Joshua's Joshua, and Joshua's going to make his own fighting, and he's not there to keep impressing everyone anymore. I think he's doing what he wants to do, so fair play to him.
A lot of talk about a potential fight between Deontay Wilder. Do you think that's the right fight next for Joshua?
I don't know. I don't personally think it's the right fight for him. I think, I think he should probably fight someone like Fury. It'd be a better fight for him, but I don't know. Like I said, like with any fight, especially at his stage, he's been up to the top. He's going to do whatever he wants to do, and all the best to him.
You sparred much with AJ?
No, I've not sparred AJ, and I've not sparred Fury. They're the two I've not sparred. But one time, me and Joshua thought we was fighting each other in the amateurs. So I was I think on my second fight, and I turned up, and he was fighting at the Haringey, and we thought we was fighting each other, so we was staring at each other and all that. But but no, I've never moved around with him, or I would like to though. Again, some great experience you would learn from the champs, so it's something that I would like to do.
When you two were staring each other out, that was something that Anthony Joshua did against Robert Helenius in the weigh-in. Was it that sort of thing going on?
Yeah, well, I think because we were both raw amateurs back then as well. I think when you're younger and you're coming up, you're the young lion trying to take on everything. So I think we probably had a bit more needle than they did.
You see, when you were standing, opposite him and staring him out, is he an intimidating figure?
Of course, he's 6'6", muscular. Of course he is. He's intimidating. Who wouldn't be? But as a fighter, you like that. You want that smoke. So yeah.
Good little story there. I want to get your thoughts on another fight, that being the rematch between Zhang and Joyce 2. Again, can Joyce do anything this time around to overcome the first fight?
It's a funny one, Again, I fought Joyce in the amateurs, and Joyce is. I've always seen him do the same thing. The only time I see him change was against Dubois. And he jabbed Dubois' head off, and he done really well. So if he can make a similar kind of change to whatever he needs to do to beat Zhang, he could do it. Why not? He's the Juggernaut. So yeah, I believe he could. I believe in him. Yeah, fair play to him.
What was that fight like in the amateurs between you two?
We had some absolute wars, to be honest. You know how he fights; he goes all in. And yeah, I met him in the middle basically, and we had some wars. It's on, I think it's on YouTube, one of the bar fights. So yeah.
Is him being the Juggernaut both his advantage and also kind of his weakness, that he's not been able to, for some people, adapt and add to his style? He just is what he is right now.
Listen, whatever he does very well. He's a guy. I remember when I fought him, hitting him with overhand right, left hooks, thinking, yes, that's good. I mean, he's go, and just reboots and keeps coming. Like, it's mad. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I think what he does is extremely well, and I just think if he can adapt to the southpaw stance, I think he can win, definitely.
Were you surprised by what you saw from Zhang in the first fight?
Yeah, I never thought that was happening. I didn't realise Zhang was so strong and he could take all the shots on the guard and keep using his left and walking straight through him, basically. That was amazing to see him do that to Joyce. So, yeah, we'll see what the rematch is like.
Moving Joyce aside for a second, is there a fight you'd want to see Zhang in against that excites you?
No, I don't think there's not anyone like I think the Joyce fight is the right fight. That's the most exciting fighter for him. I would like to see fight again. So, but yeah, I wouldn't really be on the radar for him to fight other people. There's a few up and coming. Is it Anderson? Is it his name?
Jared Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, he's very good. That would be an interesting fight, I think, something like that. Yeah, maybe actually Fabio would be a good fight. Him and Zhang, that would be a good fight. So I don't know, something like that, maybe.
When you say him and Fabio, do you feel Fabio's ready for that level from the displays he's shown?
I think he's got to step up to that level next. I think so. Yeah, I think he's ready. He cleared out. It's cleared me out. He's cleared. It's cleared the kind of British scene out. Really, I think maybe he's going to fight. Is it Anderley? Maybe Anderley.
Adley, yeah.
Anderley. I think that could be a good fight. But when he steps above, I think he'd be ready for it. Yeah, why not? He's ready. It's time.
Another fight I wanted to touch on with you is Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou in an exhibition or a fight. Are you frustrated, as boxing fans are frustrated, that Tyson Fury isn't defending his WBC heavyweight title against a contender?
Listen, I believe Tyson Fury has had some hard fights. Yeah, he's fought the best. Why isn't he due to have a bit of fun? Why isn't he due to get paid big money for a bit of fun? Why not? So everyone's going to watch it. They can talk all they want, saying, nah, I'm not interested to see it. But end of the day, everyone's going to watch it and be interested, aren't they? So, and I think might be a fiasco Might be, but I think it'd be a fun fight to watch. But obviously, yeah, you want to see him fight the Joshuas. You want to see him fight people like that. But I think it'd come. It'd come.
You have Mike Tyson in the corner of Francis Ngannou as well, adding that into the interesting mix. Have you watched any of Francis Ngannou in the UFC at all?
I've seen one of his fights, and I just see him, steamroll someone. Basically, he's a powerful man, isn't he? With them little gloves on, so could be interesting. But yeah, like I said, I think it'd be more of a fiasco than anything else.
Outside of a Fury fight, could you see Francis Ngannou succeeding in heavyweight boxing?
Depends what level. I don't think he would ever be a world champion, something like that. No.
Mm-hmm. Bringing this back to you, Nick, you're looking to return back into the ring. Is there a target for a particular fight that you're looking for before the end of the year?
Not really. It's just about getting back in there for me, shaking the rust off, bringing myself up slowly and doing it my way, and being happy, man, and supporting my family.
That British title still in your sights?
Oh yeah, that's the thing I got to get off my bucket list. I want that hanging in my living room.
Nick, looking forward to seeing you back in the ring. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. Thank you for speaking to Seconds Out. We'll catch you very soon. Hopefully, see you back in the ring very soon.